Chapter 755. Her full name was Lin Yan, which meant Doublewood Lin. The moment Qing Jingxiu's voice fell, the MC, the candidates, and the guests below the stage all stood there in a daze. The entire venue fell silent. Even the live streaming channel that was spamming the screen crazily stopped abruptly. Who had President Qing mentioned? Lin Yan. President Qing had said that her friend, the founder of Angel's Shelter, was Lin Yan. Oh my God. After a few seconds, everyone snapped back to their senses. In an instant, the entire venue was in an uproar. The host almost dropped his microphone in shock. The other 9 contestants and Gu Xinhan looked at each other in disbelief. The guests looked as though they had seen a ghost. Vice President Xiao Zhiru and Head Secretary Lu, who had been betting on President Cheng's identity in the WeChat group, nearly dropped their jaws in shock when they heard their president's name. The two of them turned to look at Lin Yan in unison. President? Head Secretary Lu replied, What? Xiao Zhiru quipped, President, aren't you our president? How did you end up working for Angel's Shelter? Actually, Lin Yan was rather dumbfounded. After all, it was a live stream today. She had assumed that President Cheng would announce the truth after the conference ended. She hadn't expected that she would reveal it. Lin Yan coughed softly as she glanced at Vice President Xiao and Head Secretary Lu. Is there a rule that forbids people from working part-time? Part-time, Xiao Zhiru replied, Yes. Yes, Head Secretary Lu strode past Xiao Zhiru, looking aggrieved. President, why didn't you tell us about such an important matter? Lin Yan glanced at him. I did. Head Secretary Lu asked, When did you tell us? Lin Yan replied, Just now. I told you in the WeChat group. You didn't believe me. Head Secretary Lu was speechless. President Xiao Zhiru was speechless. After a short pause, the bullet screen was flooded by the same comment. Did I hear wrongly just now? Who did President Qing say? Lin Yan? Lin Yan? Lin Yan? Tens of thousands of comments flooded the screen, and Lin Yan's fans were in an uproar. F***CK, 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 F***CK. If I say this is one of the magical events of the century, no one will object, right? It was Lin Yan. She's the B***TCH who has been criticized by the entire internet. Please watch your words. What do you mean by vicious B***TCH? Sister Yan is clearly a vicious beauty. One of Lin Yan's fans stepped forward to correct her. Some of Lin Yan's fans and passers-by also appeared. Although it's shocking, it's possible. Lin Yan did claim that she was the founder of Angel's Shelter. However, she wasn't in the right state of mind at that time. No one believed her. Oh my God. I didn't expect Lin Yan to be telling the truth. She really founded Angel's Shelter. What's going on? In the end, it wasn't Lin Yan who gained popularity. Lin Xia was the one who stole Lin Yan's things. Because of Qing Jingxiu's words, everyone at the venue and the live stream was bombarded with comments. Lin Yuetong, who had been basking in the envious gazes of the crowd, was instantly surrounded by countless gazes. His face was as black as the bottom of a pot. What's going on? Chapter 756. Lin Xia's face was as white as a sheet. She had never imagined that Qing Jingxiu would expose her. Lin Xia was in a state of panic. She had to force herself not to lose control. Although Lin Yan had Qing Jingxiu as a witness, she still had material evidence. She had donated to Angel's Shelter. So what if Lin Yan had contributed? She was the one who had contributed the money. Lin Xia knew that there was nothing she could say. Even if she tried to explain herself, it would be disrespectful to Qing Jingxiu. Hence, she looked as though she had something to say. She looked as though she had been wronged, but she didn't know what to say. The less she said, the more likely she would make a mistake. The male host couldn't help but ask, President Cheng, is the founder of Angel's Shelter really Lin Yan? Without waiting for President Cheng to speak, several leaders of the charity association below the stage had already revealed dissatisfied expressions. The host was doubting President Cheng, which meant that he was doubting the charity organization. The male host broke out in a cold sweat as he hastily added, "I'm not doubting you, President Cheng. Your words can't be wrong. What I'm trying to say is that although Miss Lin might have founded Angel's Shelter, Miss Lin has donated to the organization over the years. She even takes care of the stray animals. This means that Miss Lin has contributed a lot to Angel's Shelter. You can't accuse her of stealing." Lin Shia hung her head low as tears rolled down her cheeks. She looked as though she had been wronged. Gu Xinhan chimed in, "Yeah, it doesn't matter who the founder is. What matters is who contributed the money and effort." Lin Shia's fans jumped out of the bullet screen as though they had been injected with adrenaline. That's right. Doesn't the founder depend on who contributes the most money and effort? How can Lin Yan be considered the founder if she doesn't contribute anything? How do you know that Lin Yan didn't contribute anything? Does she have to let you know what she has done? Does she have to advertise herself like Lin Shia? So what if Shia didn't say anything? Why didn't you ask her? Shia is the one who contributed the money. Where did Lin Yan find the money to donate? Shia is the one who took care of the stray animals. She is the founder. So what if we only acknowledge her? What do you mean by taking care of the stray animals? Isn't she just posing for photos? Who in this industry doesn't know that? As a bystander, I think that Lin Shia is at fault. She won't be able to clear her name. Even if Lin Yan didn't do anything, she was the founder of Angel's Shelter. As her sister, how could she not know? Why didn't she make it clear from the beginning? The fans and the bystander began to argue again. Lin Shia had calmed down a little. The worst-case scenario would be to prove that Lin Yan had participated in the scheme. However, she had been the one who had contributed the money and effort. "Miss Lin Shia, are you sure that you're the one who donated the money?" Qing Jingxiu asked coldly. Lin Shia as Lin Shia, Lin was as she as she as she could. She asked as she was she as she as she. She that Lin had she too, Lin's SSSS what you had. Of. Chapter 757. Suddenly, the black cat seemed to have discovered something. It turned to look at the audience excitedly, as though it was trying to jump off the stage. Qing Jingxiu stroked the black cat in her arms comfortingly. Then, she looked at Lin Shia and said unhurriedly, "All these years, Miss Lin Shia, you've received an overseas remittance every once in a while, right?" Lin Shia's heart skipped a beat when she heard Qing Jingxiu mention overseas remittances. Qing Jingxiu scanned the room and continued, "These remittances were sent to you by Lin Yan. They were used to fund Angel's Shelter. Every donation you received was from Lin Yan. You had nothing to do with it. Most of the money that Lin Yan had sent to Lin Shia had been the prize money she had won from competitions. Back then, overseas prizes were usually paid in cash. The only proof of cash over there was a receipt. It had been so many years, and she had made so many transfers. It was impossible for her to keep every single one of them. Furthermore, it was impossible to retrieve the records of the foreign banks. This was also the reason why Lin Shia was so fearless. Lin Shia dug her nails into her palms. President Cheng was indeed aware of this. However, as long as there was no evidence, Qing Jingxiu's words would be useless. Lin Shia hadn't expected that, Qing Jingxiu added. At that time, Xiaoyan was the one who had to worry about everything. I couldn't help much, so I reminded her to sort out the accounts properly. I asked her to give me all the receipts so that I could keep them safe. Today, I thought that I could come and meet this little friend that I haven't seen for a long time, so I specially brought some commemorative certificates with me. I didn't expect that something like this would happen. Since you want proof, then take these to have a look. Qing Jingxiu glanced at the audience as she spoke. Soon, a person who looked like an assistant walked over with a brown file. Qing Jingxiu took the portfolio and handed it over to Qing Min, who was standing beside her. Qing Min took it carefully and opened the file. Then, Qingmin saw that there was a thick stack of remittance records, all neatly sorted according to the time of transfer. Lin Yan was the sender of all the money transfers. The recipient was none other than Lin Xie. To make things easier for Qing Jingxiu, Lin Yan had even written down the purpose of the money, such as purchasing medical equipment and renting the rescue center. Everyone on the stage could see the object in Qingmin's hands. The male host, who had been speaking up for Lin Xie, was shocked. He had taken the risk of offending Qing Jingxiu and getting flamed by the netizens to speak up for Lin Xie. He believed that Lin Xie was a kind person and wouldn't lie. But now, he was slapped in the face by these remittance records, and he stood there with his face flushed red. How could this be? Although the guests below the stage and the fans in the live stream could not see the transfer records, they could guess everything just by looking at the male host's reaction. Qingmin made a prompt decision and asked the staff to display the remittance records on the big screen through the projector. Now that things had come to this was the only way to resolve it. Initially, she had thought that her mother was a little impulsive. However, Lin Xie's actions were indeed despicable. Chapter 758. If it hadn't been for her mother's evidence, she would have tried to argue her way out of this. She might as well use this opportunity to get rid of all the negative emotions. Lin Xie's fans were still scolding each other. They didn't believe Qing Jingxiu's words at all. Moreover, Lin Xie had presented them with solid evidence. They were confident in their ability to defend themselves. Are all of you crazy? That B*TCH is incompetent. Even if she had money, she's so stingy and greedy. Why would she donate money? That's right. If Lin Yan really donated that money, I would swallow *T. Ha 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 ha, that's hilarious. A stingy cheapskate donates money for charity? Didn't you see that the gown she's wearing tonight is a seasonal one? Lin Yan had also read the comments online. A stingy person. That's a good description. Lin Yan muttered to herself. President Xiao Zhiru and Head Secretary Lu were infuriated when they read the comments. Head Secretary Lu replied, F***CK. How dare you call our president a stingy person? President Xiao Zhiru replied, although she is indeed stingy, Head Secretary Lu replied, but she is only stingy to herself? Xiao Zhiru replied, that's right. Don't you know that being thrifty is a virtue? Amidst the flurry of insults, the staff had finished setting up the projector. A second later, the records of Lin Yan's transfer to Lin Xie appeared on the screen for everyone to see. Qing Jingxiu had organized them very clearly. Everyone could clearly see the records of each remittance. Those with a good memory would realize that the amount of money Lin Yan had transferred to Lin Xie was more than the amount Lin Xie had donated to the charity. This meant that there was still a portion of the money that Lin Xie hadn't donated. No one knew what she had done with it. Silence reigned in the live stream channel. Moments later, the bystanders and Lin Yan's fans exploded. F***CK. 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 Lin Yan is the one who donated the money. Who said that Lin Yan is incompetent and doesn't have money? Who said that Lin Yan is stingy and a stingy person? Who said that she would swallow *T if the money belonged to Lin Yan? Come out. Don't be a coward. My heart aches for Lin Xie's fans. They followed a fake idol. Oh my god, I'm a fan of Lin Yan's, but even we have to admit that she's a stingy cheapskate. The last time we invited her to hold a fan meeting, she said that it was a waste of money and refused to do so. Would you believe it? We didn't expect her to donate so much money. She wore Ji's old gown. She's so stingy that she can't even attend her fan meet and greet, but she donated so much money to charity behind our backs. Oh my god, is this still our idol? I also feel sorry for ourselves. We should also pay attention to another fake idol. Lin Xie hadn't expected that Qing Jingxiu would have records of money transfers that were as small as a few $100s. Moreover, every single one of them was there for so many years. The evidence was like a pair of iron claws, peeling off her gorgeous clothes and disguise layer by layer. No. No. It's not like that. Lin Shia wanted to explain herself, but she couldn't say a word as she was faced with the countless gazes and the undeniable evidence on the screen. No. It shouldn't be like this. After writing so many versions, she was finally satisfied with them. Today's update is over. Everyone, don't be impatient. There will be more fun to come. End of this chapter. Chapter 759. Why had things turned out this way? Tonight was supposed to be her most eye-catching moment. How had things turned out this way? The male host wanted to speak up for Lin Shia when he saw how helpless she was. However, he was much more cautious this time and didn't dare to speak rashly. He wasn't sure if the reports about Lin Shia taking care of small animals were true. He didn't dare to speak up for Lin Shia. Because of this incident, the rest of the event had been put on hold. The production crew had sent a batch of kittens and puppies from Angel's shelter. They had planned to let them interact with Lin Shia during the award ceremony to create a warm and romantic scene. The staff had already moved the cages of the kittens and puppies over. It was almost time, but they didn't know what to do. The people who were helping Han Yishuan prepare his surprise proposal backstage were even worse off than the staff. Han Yishuan's assistant hesitated for some time before he walked over to Han Yishuan awkwardly. Mr. Han. What should we do now? Han Yishuan's face was dark and gloomy as he stared at the stage. The assistant didn't know his place and asked, ahem. Everything is ready. Do you still want to propose? Han Yishuan replied, scram. The assistant was so frightened that he scurried away. A staff member glared at the assistant. Is there a hole in your brain? Why are you looking for trouble at a time like this? Things have already come to this, yet you still want to propose? What kind of proposal is this? Do you want everyone to know that your fiancé is a liar? The assistant patted his chest in disbelief. I didn't expect this. Miss Shia is so gentle and kind. Lin Yan, on the other hand, is a vicious woman. How did things turn out this way? The staff member pursed his lips. You're too naive. The entertainment industry is a complicated place. You can't judge a book by its cover. The staff member seemed to have recalled something as he muttered to himself, Now that I think about it, Lin Yan's accusation that Lin Shia was a third party between her and Han Yishuan. Could it be true? Wow. The entertainment industry is really messy. At this moment, a girl hurriedly ran over. What should we do with the little animals that you asked us to send over? The staff member waved his hand with a headache. Don't ask me. It's a mess here too. Who knows? Just leave it there for now. I have to inform the others to stop the proposal. After saying that, the staff hurriedly ran away. Just as the staff was about to inform them of the termination of the proposal, something went wrong. The mechanism that was supposed to be activated at midnight was suddenly activated ahead of time. Only a bang sound was heard. Suddenly, balloons flew up from the stage in front of them. Countless rose petals floated in the air, and the background music of a romantic proposal sounded. The originally serious atmosphere on the stage was all confused by this scene. What was even more unexpected was that the cats and dogs that were originally locked in the cages were frightened. They accidentally opened the cages themselves and collectively rushed out. The cats and dogs on the stage ran around, and the female artist screamed. It was a mess. I wrote another chapter and posted it here next. The cute animals will help too. PS. There will be updates on the 8th, end of chapter. Chapter 760. Ah. Dogs. Dogs. I'm afraid of dogs. One of the actresses shrieked in fear of a dog. The other actresses panicked as well. Gu Xinhan tried her best to control her emotions, but she hid herself in disgust. The staff rushed to the stage and tried to calm them down. However, the dogs and cats were too frightened to be controlled. They continued to scurry around the stage. Qingmin ordered solemnly, "Get the staff from Angel's shelter here." If they weren't familiar with the animals, they wouldn't be able to calm them down. President Cheng was anxious as well. "Why did you bring them here? There are so many people here." The two hosts looked embarrassed and didn't dare to speak the truth. Soon, the staff from Angel's shelter arrived. However, the animals didn't listen to the staff at all. The staff looked embarrassed. I'm sorry. I haven't been here for long. These cats and dogs aren't familiar with me. Besides, they aren't easy to control." Lin Shia hadn't wanted to expose herself, so she had chased the old staff away. The rest were new, so they weren't familiar with the animals. In order to ensure that the event went smoothly, they had chosen the animals that had been in Angel's shelter for a long time. They were older and gentler. However, they were in an unfamiliar environment and were frightened, so they weren't easy to control. If they were allowed to continue running around, they would definitely get hurt. One of the charity angel candidates, who was dressed in a pink gown, walked over. The female artist suggested with a smile. "Staff? Isn't Shia a staff member of Angel's shelter? She used to take care of the animals personally. I remember that Shia has posted photos of some of them. They seem to be very close. Why don't we let Shia go?" Everyone's gaze instantly landed on Lin Shia. Lin Shia gritted her teeth as she glared at the actress who had spoken. Close relationship? She had only taken photos of these animals and posted them on Weibo. However, this was her only way to salvage the situation. I'll give it a try." Lin Shia inhaled deeply and ran over to one of the dogs. Goldie, come here. Don't run around." When the big yellow dog saw Lin Shia, it bared its teeth and barked fiercely. Lin Shia's face was filled with embarrassment. She tried to hug the cat by her feet. Hua hua. Hua hua, be good. The kitten, Flower, was startled and leaped away. Its sharp claws accidentally scratched Lin Shia's expensive gown. Lin Shia tried for a long time, but none of the cats gave her face. In the end, she grabbed a chubby tabby cat and said, Lil P, don't run around." Lin Shia's grip was too strong, and the tabby cat's neck began to whimper in pain. Lin Yan, who had been watching for a long time, could no longer sit still. She had taught Lin Shia how to take care of the little rascals. However, it seemed like Lin Shia hadn't listened to her at all. He couldn't even remember the names of these animals. A second later, she leaped onto the stage. Wang Kai. The tabby cat in Lin Shia's arms, which Lin Shia had mistakenly called Lil P, meowed excitedly. It scratched Lin Shia's paw and pounced at her. End of the chapter. Chapter 761. Lin Yan carefully picked up the tabby cat named Wang Kai and began to call the other cats and dogs. Fortune. Treasure. Euros. Dollars. Yuan. The puppies halted in their tracks. After a moment of hesitation, they scurried over to Lin Yan. The kittens also scurried over to Lin Yan. A few of them were still running around, so Lin Yan didn't hear them. She scanned the mess on the platform and whistled loudly. At the sound of a whistle, all the cats and dogs that had been scurrying around ran towards Lin Yan. One by one, they squatted obediently in front of Lin Yan. A few playful puppies sniffed Lin Yan's body and seemed to recognize her. They jumped up and down around her and licked her passionately. The kittens also began to circle Lin Yan's legs. Lin Yan heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, these kittens and puppies were veterans of Angel's shelter, so they were familiar with her. Suddenly, a shadow flashed. The black cat in President Cheng's arms, which had been restless all this while, leaped into Lin Yan's arms. The tabby cat and the black cat were heavy, so Lin Yan's arms almost broke when she hugged them both. Baby Yuan Bao, I missed you so much. Lin Yan kissed the black cat's head. The other tabby cat in Lin Yan's arms hissed fiercely at the black cat when it saw Lin Yan kissing it. Then, the two cats began to fight in Lin Yan's arms. Lin Yan watched as the two pairs of paws fought each other, dazzling her eyes. Lin Yan felt a headache coming on. Both of you. All right. Don't fight as soon as we meet. Lin Yan glanced at the old president for help. President Qing grinned and watched for a long time before she carried Yuan Bao back. These two fellows are still at loggerheads. Lin Yan sighed. Yeah, she scratched her head awkwardly and glanced at the old president. President Qing, long time no see, he did not expect that he would meet guild leader Qing under such circumstances after so many years. Child, why didn't you tell me when so many things happened? President Chang's eyes reddened. There were too many people around, so it wasn't convenient for her to speak. She could only rub Lin Yan's head. She had seen Lin Yan earlier. No wonder Ingot had been trying to catch up to her. Lin Yan replied awkwardly, nothing much. I didn't want to disturb you. The director team had already given up. Seeing that things could not be stopped, they might as well let it develop, so they continued with the live broadcast. Of course, it was also because the live stream data was exploding and he really couldn't bear to stop. Everyone present and her fans had witnessed how Lin Yan had managed to tame the kittens and puppies in a matter of seconds. Lin Shuya, who claimed to be the founder of Angel's Shelter and took care of the animals herself, had only frightened the animals. Comparing the two, no one was blind. How could they not be clear about it? Lin Yan was the one who had spent the money, and she was the one who had put in the effort. The only thing Lin Shuya had done was take over Angel's Shelter after it had gotten on the right track. She had used it as a tool to build her image and earn fame and fortune. Humans could lie, but animals couldn't. The animals' reactions had explained everything. End of this chapter. Chapter 762. Ha 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 ha. Did you hear the names of the kittens and puppies? Fortune brings wealth. Dollars? Is Lin Yan trying to kill me? She is indeed Lin Yan. I believe that she was the founder of Angel's Shelter. She was the one who created it. Oh yeah, who said that the black cat in President Chang's arms is ferocious because it's a wild cat? It's so obedient in Lin Yan's arms. Looks like it's not a panda. Cats are different from people. Lin Shuya's die-hard fans should stop defending her now. She is a thief who is fishing for fame. Is this your angel? I think Shuya is in the human world while hell is empty. Director Sun was probably the one who was feeling the most regretful right now. He wanted to punch himself as he sat in his seat. Another boss of a pet brand grinned and said, I heard that Director Sun had wanted Lin Yan to be the spokesperson. However, he paid 3 times the price to change it to Lin Shuya. Director Sun gritted his teeth, his face dark and gloomy. That boss continued to add insult to injury. I wanted to work with Lin Shuya, but you beat me to it. I'm so glad now. Ha ha ha, Director Sun was speechless, as though he was suffocating. Not too long ago, he had been praising himself for making the decision to change the spokesperson to Lin Shuya. Who would have thought that Lin Shuya, whom he had paid 3 times the price, would fall into the abyss and turn into a liar? Lin Yan, whom he had abandoned, was the real founder of Angel's Shelter. If they hired a liar as their spokesperson, who would dare to buy their products in the future? At this moment, Director Sun was beating his chest and stamping his feet. His intestines were green with regret. Oh my God! What had he done? If he hadn't changed the person before, if he hadn't changed the person midway, then the dramatic scene just now would have been a free advertisement for their brand. But now, it was ruined. Completely ruined. Many people noticed the balloons and petals and started to discuss it curiously. What's going on? Why are there so many balloons and petals? According to insider information, it is said that Han Yishuan was going to propose tonight. Now it seems that this proposal is going to go down the drain. Wow, is this for real? If Han Yishuan continues to propose, it would be true love. If Han Yishuan were to step forward and support Lin Shih, he might be able to salvage some of Lin Shih's reputation. However, it was clear that Han Yishuan did not have that intention. The background music immediately stopped, and there were no more surprises. Lin Shih stood rooted to the spot amidst the petals and balloons. She stared intently at the unusually obedient cats and dogs before her. Her last chance to redeem herself was gone. Han Yishuan didn't show up either. Lin Yan. Lin Yan. How dare you? I won't let you have it easy. Lin Shih glanced in a certain direction. Someone in the dark nodded, indicating that he had received her order. Lin Yan was helping the staff lock up the cats and dogs when a bottle of water was hurled at her head. Fortunately, Lin Yan's reflexes were swift and she dodged to the side. Otherwise, the bottle wouldn't hit her. End of the chapter. Chapter 763. A young girl in yellow pointed at Lin Yan and yelled at her, "What kind of founder of Angel's Shelter is she?" So what if you're the founder of Angel's Shelter? That doesn't change the fact that you're a shameless B***tch. Qing Jingxiu frowned as she listened to the girl. Qing Jingxiu was about to retort when Lin Yan held the old lady's arm and shot her a reassuring look. Then, Lin Yan scanned the girl calmly and said, "Oh? What do you mean? I'm all ears." She had known that Lin Shih wouldn't give up so easily. She was curious as to what Lin Shih had come up with this time. She had already been slandered so badly, so what else could she do? The girl in yellow sneered, "You still have the nerve to ask me? You were previously disqualified as a charity ambassador and even had your invitation revoked by the organizers. Why didn't you tell everyone here how you got in here and how you got a VIP invitation to sit in the first row?" The girl was obviously accusing Lin Yan of using unscrupulous means to get in through the back door. The girl in yellow replied, "Although it has been proven that Lin Yan is the founder of Angel's Shelter, it is also a fact that she was disqualified and her invitation was revoked. This is a separate matter. Lin Yan did break the rules by obtaining a VIP invitation. This could be a serious matter." Lin Shih's face darkened as she stood quietly by the side, watching the girl in yellow as she questioned her. She wanted to see how Lin Yan was going to explain herself. She guessed that President Sheng must have gotten Lin Yan's invitation. However, Angel's Shelter was just a private organization. Only the leaders of the charity organization and its subsidiaries were qualified to sit in the front row. She had only gotten to sit there because she was the charity angel. What right did Lin Yan have to sit there? If Lin Yan claimed that Qing Jingxiu had gotten the invitation for her, she would have to drag Qing Jingxiu down with her. Even Qing Jingxiu had no right to give Lin Yan a seat. It would be best if she could drag Qing Jingxiu down with her. She even suspected that Lin Yan had a relationship with Xiao Zhiru. Otherwise, why would Xiao Zhiru treat Lin Yan so well? If she didn't have it easy, these people wouldn't have it easy either. The girl in yellow glanced at Lin Yan and Xiao Zhiru with a faint smile on her face. "Miss Lin Yan, I saw you chatting happily with Vice President Xiao Zhiru of Darling's Home Foundation. The two of you seem to be very close. Don't tell me, there's something going on." Pfft, Xiao Zhiru, who was below the stage, almost spat out a mouthful of water when he heard this. F***ck me. Girl. You can eat whatever you want, but you can't say whatever you want. Hearing this, Head Secretary Lu broke out in cold sweat. He never thought that one day, there would be a scandal between the president and the vice president. Even Lin Yan, who had been fearless and nonchalant, was shocked. This was a live stream, so Pei Yuqing might be watching. He wanted her dead. Xiao Zhiru wanted to explain, but he remembered Lin Yan's words. He couldn't reveal Lin Yan's identity. Hence, he could only swallow his words. "Why aren't you talking? Am I right? Weren't you very arrogant when you took out your VIP invitation at the security checkpoint? Why don't you dare to speak now?" End of chapter. Chapter 764. What's so shameful about it? Don't you dare tell us how you managed to get a VIP invitation that only the leaders of the charity organization can receive. The girl in yellow asked sarcastically. This girl had been sent by Lin Shuya to cause trouble, so naturally, she would say as many nasty things as she could. Qing Jingxiu couldn't take it anymore. Although she had no idea how Lin Yan had managed to get a VIP invitation, she believed that Lin Yan wouldn't do such a thing. Who are you? Do you have any evidence to back up this rumor? Qing Jingxiu asked sternly. Lin Yan knew that Qing Jingxiu was trying to help her. However, the more Qing Jingxiu tried to defend her, the more Lin Shuya would be able to criticize her. She was about to retort when her phone rang. It was a WeChat message from Pei Yutong. Ah. Sister-in-law. What's going on? Are you having an affair with the vice president? Sister-in-law, why didn't you reply to my message? Sister-in-law, are you really having an affair with Vice President Xiao? Daddy. 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 I'm watching the live stream with my big brother. Lin Yan was speechless. F***CK. What? Pei Yuqing was really watching the live stream? The girl in yellow was even more determined when Lin Yan remained silent. She raised an eyebrow and added, "You used such a despicable method to get an invitation, yet you still have the cheek to brag about it? You even sat in the first row. How dare you criticize others? What right do you have to criticize others? I think you're the dirtiest one." The girl in yellow grinned smugly. Why don't you dare say a word? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it because you got it in bed? Is that why you can't tell us? Lin Yan was speechless. Pei Yuqing was watching the live stream. Why would she hide her identity? RIP. Yes. Forget it. Yes. World War would break out if she kept hiding it. Lin Yan glanced at the girl in yellow coldly and chuckled softly. You're right. Only the leaders of the charity organization can get a VIP invitation. The girl in yellow revealed a smug expression, and Lin Shuya's lips curled into a smile. Oh, you finally admitted it. So, what else do you have to say? The girl in yellow sneered. Lin Yan knew very well that Lin Shuya wanted to drag everyone down with her. It was a pity that she might be disappointed. Lin Yan stroked President Cheng's chest gently before she replied, I'm the president of Darling's Home Charity Foundation, which is a subsidiary of the charity organization. Therefore, as the president, I have received the VIP invitation. May I ask if there is any problem? The girl in yellow, Lin Shuya, was speechless. The audience and the fans in the live stream were speechless. Pei Yutong, who was watching the live stream, was speechless. Xiao Zhiru. Head Secretary Lu, oh. Oh my God. The president had announced his identity. The president had exposed his own account. Am I dreaming? Head Secretary Lu grabbed Xiao Zhiru's hand excitedly. Vice President, your sacrifice was worth it. You died a worthy death. Xiao Zhiru asked, so, we can finally show off to the president. Other than Xiao Zhiru and Head Secretary Lu, everyone else was dumbfounded by Lin Yan's words. What had Lin Yan just said? President? She was the president of Darling's Home Charity Foundation? Wasn't it exciting to reveal two accounts at once? End of this chapter. Chapter 765. Even Qing Jingxiu was taken aback. She had known that Lin Yan wouldn't do such a thing, but she hadn't expected her to be the president of Darling's Home Charity Foundation. Qing Jingxiu was surprised. Xiaolin is the president of Darling's Home? Qing Min was equally surprised. I just found out about it. The president of Darling's Home has always kept a low profile. Only the vice president and secretary general of Darling's Home know her identity. However, she is very capable and has made many achievements. That's why I allowed her to be the president anonymously. Qing Jingxiu quipped, so Xiaolin and Xiao Zhiru know each other because she is the president? That makes sense, no wonder. The girl in yellow turned pale when she heard Qing Jingxiu and Qing Min's conversation. However, this matter was too unbelievable. She couldn't believe it. How could Lin Yan be the president of the foundation? The girl in yellow blurted out unconsciously, "What a joke. Do you think you are the president just because you say you are? Lin Yan, I think you are crazy for the title of the charity ambassador. How could you say something like that?" Lin Shia wanted to stop the girl in yellow from speaking, but she was too late. The words had already escaped her lips. When Lin Yan said those words, Lin Shia knew that Lin Yan was telling the truth. Lin Yan wouldn't dare lie under such circumstances. Lin Yan. She really was. That was why Qiao Zhiru had treated Lin Yan so well and even treated her with respect. How could that be possible? How could Lin Yan be the president of Darling's home? How could she not know anything about this? Indeed, the moment the girl in yellow spoke, Vice President Qiao Zhiru and Head Secretary Lu straightened their collars and strode up to the stage. Qiao Zhiru bowed before Lin Yan. "President, I'm sorry. I didn't handle this matter well and caused you to be criticized." Lin Yan nodded slightly. "It has nothing to do with you." Qiao Zhiru glared at the girl in yellow. "Hello, Mississippi. I'm the Vice President of Darling's Home Charity Foundation. Madam Lin Yan is indeed the President of Darling's Home. There is no doubt about it. You have slandered our President in public. Please forgive me, on behalf of the Foundation, for retaining the right to pursue your legal responsibility." Initially, everyone had been in disbelief. However, now that Qiao Zhiru, the Vice Guild leader, had made a public statement, how could this be false? She was a vice president. She couldn't possibly lie to Qing Jingxiu and Qing Min in front of so many people. Secretary General Lu quickly followed up, "Hello, Mississippi. I'm the Secretary General and Publicity Minister of Darling's Home Charity Foundation, Lu Goen. Since you're so curious about the relationship between our president and vice president, you should be clear now. They have a superior and subordinate relationship. Also, since everyone is here today, I need to explain something to everyone. This way, we can save some money and not hold a press conference." Head Secretary Lu sorted out his words and continued, "Previously, I called the president to attend this charity event. However, our president has always kept a low profile and has never participated in these events. Instead, the vice president attends on his behalf. So, this time, the guild leader also tactfully rejected our request." End of chapter. Chapter 766. However, regardless of whether the guild leader came or not, I still sent the guild leader's invitation letter to her. Today's event will be live-streamed and many people will be present. I believe everyone knows what happened. Our president had no choice but to take out the invitation I had given her because the organizer had annulled her original invitation without giving any reason or notice. Moreover, the staff members had even beaten up our president's assistant on the spot, so our president had no choice but to take out the invitation I had given her. And now, if it weren't for you being so overbearing, our president might not have revealed his identity." Head Secretary Lu glared at the girl in yellow as his tone turned colder. "Madam Lin isn't just the founder of Angel's Shelter. She is also the president of Darling's Home. She doesn't need to participate in the charity selection or by votes. Because it was like a person who was originally born in Rome, why would he travel such a long distance to Rome? There's no need. Now, young lady, you're distorting the truth and speaking without any evidence. You're deliberately tarnishing our president's reputation. I wonder what your intentions are." Head Secretary Lu was also the head of the publicity department. His speech was flawless. The girl in the yellow shirt was speechless. Even Lin Shia's fans in the live broadcast room fell silent. As for the onlookers, almost all of them were shocked. F***CK. 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 I thought that Lin Yan was the founder of Angel's Shelter was magical enough. Who would have thought that there would be something even more magical? Some netizens, who were more familiar with the organization's structure, commented, Darling's Home is a foundation that helps abducted children. It's one of the top 3 charities in the country. After the previous president retired, they couldn't find a suitable successor for a long time. A few years ago, a very capable volunteer appeared and helped the foundation a lot. Due to her outstanding abilities, she became the president. However, she refused to reveal her identity. F***ck. Who would have thought that this accomplished president would be Lin Yan, the vicious and venomous woman on the internet? It's indeed magical. Oh yeah, do you remember the previous comment? It said that there was only one way for Lin Yan to clear her name. Remember. Unless Lin Yan is actually a person who has been quietly and selflessly contributing to charity all these years, she has concealed her identity and doesn't seek fame or fortune, and she is a noble and virtuous person. F***ck me. Which god is this? His words have become a prophecy. Lin Yan's fans were dumbfounded. Oh my god, we've been a fan for so long, but only now do we know that our idol is a person who has been quietly and selflessly contributing to charity for many years, but has hidden his identity, doesn't seek fame or fortune, and is a person of noble character. Did we become fans of a fake idol? Or are we all fake fans? Am I the only one who noticed Secretary General Liu's words? That Secretary General Liu's words were too funny, weren't they? What did he mean by saving money for the press conference? No wonder he was groomed by Sister Yen. The funniest thing was that he was born in Rome. How insightful. That's right. Given Lin Yan's status, why would she need to be a charity ambassador? She must be crazy. In other words, Lin Yan's votes had been set up. Who is this person? He's too sinister. He actually fooled all of us. End of chapter. Chapter 767. The 2 executives had stepped forward to clarify the matter. There was no longer any doubt that Lin Yan was the president of Darling's Home. The girl in yellow finally realized that something was amiss. She turned to look at Lin Xia in a panic. Lin Yan was infuriated when she noticed that the girl in yellow had forgotten to look in her direction. She quickly hid behind Gu Xinhan to block the girl's view. How could she have imagined that her last trick would backfire? Lin Yan's reputation had been cleared. The girl in yellow wanted to slip away when she realized that Lin Xia had ignored her. However, Lu Goan had sent someone to keep an eye on her. She was about to leave when the security guards stopped her and took her away. At this moment, in the backstage lounge, several staff members were in a heated discussion. Wow! She's so cool. I didn't expect such a person to exist these days. I always thought that Lin Yan was a snob. I didn't expect her to be so kind. Yes. Who would have thought that such a stingy person would actually save all his money for charity? Everyone says that Lin Xia is a beautiful and kind person. There are so many posters and promotional photos of her. However, why would a person who does good deliberately publicize her deeds? Why would she even bother to participate in the charity angel election? Duo. Sister Duo. Can you help us get an autograph from Sister Yen? I want one too. Duo, who was surrounded by a group of staff members, was dumbfounded. She muttered to herself, oh my god. I thought that Sister Yen was lying to me. But it's true, previously, she had thought that Lin Yan was just bragging again. Who would have thought that she was telling the truth? As she thought about it, she realized that every time Lin Yan had boasted, it seemed as though it had come true. For example, she had claimed that she would top the sales in 3 months. She had also claimed that she would bring them to Summit Entertainment. And this time, the charity event had been too much for them to handle. Under the director's orders, the 2 hosts could only bite the bullet and continue hosting. The female host glanced at Lin Yan and forced a smile. So it was all a misunderstanding. It's good that you've cleared things up. He had never imagined that Miss Lin would do so much for charity. On my own behalf, I have the highest respect for you. I wonder if President Lin has anything to say to the audience watching the live broadcast? Lin Yan took the microphone and pondered for a moment. There's nothing special to say. I just did what I wanted to do. There are many, many people who are bearing the burden for us. I'm just a speck of dust in the desert. Lin Yan suddenly glanced in the direction of the camera, as though she was looking at someone through the camera. The calm and serious girl coughed lightly, looking a little uncomfortable. Then, she looked at the camera and said softly, "One more thing. It's late now, baby, rest early. Good night." Lin Yan had to be saying this to her fans. Lin Yan's fans cheered and screamed when they heard her. End of chapter. Chapter 768. Oh my God. Sister Yan is saying goodnight to our little firework. How blissful. Sister Yan is so good. I can do it. Sisters, calm down. Am I the only one who thinks that Sister Yan's words aren't meant for her fans? Why does it sound like she's talking to her boyfriend? If she's talking to us, she should be talking to our babies. However, she's talking about our baby. Nonsense. How could Sister Yan have a boyfriend? Sister Yan must be talking to us. Go away, haters. Don't slander Sister Yan. Meanwhile, at Cloud Manor, the three brothers were sitting in the living room, watching the live stream. Pei Nanxiu had returned midway. When he saw Pei Yucheng and Pei Yutong watching the live stream, he joined them. Who would have thought that the girl in yellow would say that Lin Yan had an affair with the vice president? Pei Nanxiu regretted his decision to come back at such a time. However, Pei Nanxiu regretted it even more. Lin Yan had proven her innocence and even showered him and Pei Yutong with affection. Pei Nanxiu was speechless when he heard Lin Yan say, "Baby, rest early. Good night." Pei Yutong was speechless. Pei Yutong stared at the huge screen and glanced at his big brother. He mumbled, "Big brother, did sister-in-law say that to you?" Pei Nanxiu coughed. "I think so." He had told Lin Yan about Big Brother's condition and instructed her to urge him to rest early every night. Today, because he wasn't around, he had actually said goodnight to him. This was not bad. Pei Yucheng, who was wearing comfortable pajamas and a pair of gold-rimmed glasses, was sitting on the couch. The coldness on his face had turned into spring rain. Pei Yucheng glanced at his brother from the corner of his eye. "Is there a problem?" Pei Yutong didn't dare to speak up. "Didn't we agree to keep our relationship a secret? How could she show off her affection in front of everyone? That's too much. To think that I was so worried just now." "Well, I was worried for nothing." On the stage, one of the female artists stared at the big screen behind her, which had restored the rankings page, and suddenly exclaimed, "Wow! Lin Yan. Lin Yan's votes." Everyone instinctively turned to look at Lin Yan when they heard her exclamation. They had no idea when Lin Yan's votes had shot up. She had jumped from the top 10 to the second place. She was only a few thousand votes behind Lin Shuya. While everyone was still in shock, Lin Yan's votes soared to the top of the list. "That's amazing. It's only been a few minutes, but she's already surpassed Lin Shuya. It's a miracle." Lin Yan's votes had risen so quickly that she had broken all records. It wasn't surprising, though. Her fans had seen everything that had happened during the live stream. Her fans weren't the only ones who had voted for Lin Yan. Many of them had even switched from Lin Shuya's side to Lin Yan's. The fans, who had been cheated, had voted for Lin Yan in a frenzy. In the end, Lin Yan had been crowned the winner within a short period of time. Although there were so many people fighting for the title, it wasn't of much use to Lin Yan. Lin Yan's fans were filled with emotions as they watched Lin Yan climb to the top. She deserves it. Lin Shuya's fans, watch carefully. But Lin Yan doesn't care about being first. No wonder Lin Yan said on Weibo that she didn't need to manipulate the votes. It turns out that she really doesn't need to. End of the chapter. Chapter 769. On the stage, Lin Xia watched as Lin Yan destroyed everything she had. Her back stiffened, and her face was so dark and gloomy that she couldn't hide it. Fortunately, everyone's attention was on Lin Yan, so no one noticed. She had no idea how the event had ended. All she knew was that everyone had turned to look at Lin Yan. At the backstage of the charity event, all the props that Han Yishuan had used to propose to Lin Yan had been destroyed and thrown away by the staff. The venue was a mess. When Lin Xia stumbled to the backstage, she was greeted by such a scene. Han Yishuan was standing alone by the window, his back facing her. Lin Xia felt flustered as she approached Han Yishuan cautiously. "Brother Yishuan." Han Yishuan didn't react. Lin Xia took a few steps closer. "Brother Yishuan, don't stay silent." "I'm scared." Han Yishuan tossed the cigarette in his hand and turned around to glare at the girl. "They are telling the truth." Lin Xia shook her head furiously. "Listen to me. It's not what you think." Han Yishuan looked disappointed. "Angel's Shelter wasn't founded by you. Why did you lie to me? Why did you lie to me?" He had promised Lin Yan that he would take care of Lin Xia. Lin Xia had often begged him to accompany her for meals and shopping. He hadn't had the heart to reject her when he had seen her alone. Even though he had been busy, he had made time for her. At that time, Lin Xia had even taken him to Angel's Shelter to take care of the animals. Every time he had been with her, he had felt relaxed and happy. Lin Xia had claimed that she was in charge of the rescue center and that she was working part-time. She had even used most of her salary to save the animals. At that time, he hadn't returned to the Han family, so his life had been miserable. However, Lin Xia had never despised him. He had always liked gentle, kind, and loving girls who loved animals. However, after he had fallen in love with Lin Yan, he had realized that Lin Yan was careless and heartless. She wasn't gentle or attentive. Lin Xia's kindness and gentleness had made him fall for her. In her heart, Lin Xia was like a spotless angel. But now, the truth was that the money didn't belong to Lin Xia at all. Could it be that she was faking her love for animals? Han Yishuan couldn't accept this fact. Lin Xia panicked when she saw Han Yishuan's expression. She grabbed his hand and cried, "Brother Yishuan, don't say that. Why would I lie to you? I'm telling the truth. I've never told you that I founded Angel's Shelter. I only told you that I'm helping to manage it. Although Angel's Shelter was founded by Sister, Brother Yishuan, you should know that Sister has been away from the country for a long time, so she handed Angel's Shelter to me. I'm really helping out. Other than Sister's money, I've also donated a lot of money. The company wanted to use the donation records for publicity. It wasn't my idea, it's them. They didn't listen to my explanation at all." Lin Xia cried so hard that she couldn't catch her breath. She tried to explain, "Brother Yishuan, please believe me. Every word I said is true." Han Yishuan's gaze softened as he looked at the girl's heartbroken expression. "Don't cry." End of chapter. Chapter 770. Although Han Yishuan wanted to believe her, he couldn't stop his suspicions once they were planted. Lin Xia might have taken care of the stray animals and donated money. However, he had been present. Had she really taken care of them when he wasn't around? Just now, when those little animals were startled on the stage, her behavior when she went to comfort them did not seem like she was familiar with those little animals at all. Lin Yan, on the other hand, Han Yishuan inhaled deeply. "Xia, I don't know which of your words are true and which are false. Let me calm down, all right?" For the first time, Han Yishuan didn't soften because of Lin Xia's tears. He pushed her away forcefully. "Brother Yishuan. Brother Yishuan." Lin Xia, who had never expected that Han Yishuan would push her away, stared at him in disbelief. She had never failed before. Her eyes were filled with malice as she watched Han Yishuan leave. Everything she had worked so hard for had been destroyed. "Lin Yan. It's all your fault. It's all your fault." I will never let you off. Han Yishuan's head was splitting. All he wanted was to find a quiet place to calm down. He wasn't just angry about Lin Shuya's lies. He was also angry about his pride. Today, he was going to propose, but after such a scene, he had become a joke to everyone. Han Yishuan tore his tie and tossed it away. He had just turned a corner when he bumped into Lin Yan, who was heading to the makeup room. Han Yishuan froze when he saw the girl. Xiaoyan, Lin Yan raised an eyebrow at Han Yishuan's disheveled expression. However, she ignored him and walked past him. Han Yishuan snapped back to his senses and hurried to block Lin Yan's way. Xiaoyan, hold on. Lin Yan halted. Young Master Han, what's the matter? Han Yishuan stopped Lin Yan, at a loss for words. Lin Yan glanced at the time impatiently. Sorry, I'm in a hurry. Han Yishuan hastily said, Xiaoyan, I just need a few minutes. Let me talk to you. What had happened today had indeed surprised him. He realized that even though they had been together for a long time, he had never gotten to know her. Han Yishuan rubbed his temples. His eyes were filled with nostalgia as he stared at the girl in front of him. Yan, do you know why I fell in love with you at first sight? Lin Yan didn't want to discuss this with her ex-boyfriend. Sorry, I'm not interested. Han Yishuan, who had expected this response from Lin Yan, replied helplessly, Xiaoyan, I fell for you because I saw you saving an injured kitten one day after school. At that time, I didn't dare to confess to you until I graduated. This has always been my regret. I didn't expect to have the opportunity to meet you again, so I couldn't help but express my feelings to you. I didn't expect you to agree. At that time, I was really happy. It felt like my dream was coming true. The expression on Han Yishuan's face became somewhat lonely. However, after interacting with you, I realized that you are completely different from my memories. You are too strong, and also too worldly, too snobbish. End of chapter. Chapter 771. Lin Yan grinned. Are you trying to say that I'm too greedy and vulgar? Compared to Lin Shuya, who was an expert in music, chess, calligraphy, and painting, she was naturally greedy and vulgar. Han Yishuan looked awkward. I didn't know that you spent all your money on charity. I thought that you, on one side was Lin Yan, who loved money as much as her life. On the other side was Lin Shuya, who was so kind that she saved money to help animals and buy ties for him. How could he not fall in love with her? Besides, Lin Yan hadn't even graduated from high school. Lin Shuya, on the other hand, was a rich heiress. Han Yishuan seemed to have finally found an excuse for himself. He continued, plus, I'm not the only one responsible for this. Yan, you spent all your energy on work and treated me coldly. You're completely different from the gentle girl I know. I'm a man too, so it's only natural that I feel the same way. Lin Yan couldn't help but sneer coldly. She was different from the innocent girl in his memory? Lin Yan replied calmly, Young Master Han, you're really otherworldly. I'm completely different from the innocent girl in your memory. I'm so sorry. When Han Yishuan first met her, she was still a carefree young girl. Naturally, she was innocent and naive. However, when Lin Shuya had fallen ill, she had been burdened with the burden of life. She had given up on the acceptance letter from the capital university and traveled to a foreign country alone. She had trained like hell every day and risked her life to earn money. Why had he wanted her to be innocent and innocent? Lin Shuya was too good at reading men's minds. It had been easy for her to seduce Han Yishuan. Besides, Lin Shuya was indeed carefree and innocent. She hadn't been through anything, so she didn't even need to pretend. She had shielded her from everything that had happened to her. However, she had stabbed her in the back. Pei Yucheng's figure flashed across Lin Yan's mind. When she had dated Pei Yucheng, she had been busy with work and money. The number of times they had dated could be counted on one hand. However, Pei Yucheng had never said a word to her. He had always been understanding and respectful of her work. He would always use his own way to quietly care for her. Although she didn't care anymore, she couldn't help but feel upset when she saw Han Yishuan's face. She couldn't be bothered to talk to him, so she waved her hand and left. Yen. Han Yishuan didn't want to give up and continued to chase after her. At this moment, a figure appeared out of thin air like a ghost and blocked Han Yishuan's path. Young Master Han, please behave yourself. Xiaoya, why are you here? Lin Yan's expression softened when she saw Ling Yu. Ling Yu blinked and grinned at Lin Yan. Sister Yan, you can leave now. Leave this person to me. Okay, I'll wait for you backstage. Lin Yan was relieved to leave this to Ling Yu. Get out of my way. Han Yishuan looked at Ling Yu angrily. Ling Yu chuckled softly as she looked at Han Yishuan. Young Master Han, I've seen many despicable people, but this is the first time I've seen someone as despicable as Lin Shia. I've seen many scumbags, but this is the first time I've seen someone as despicable as you. If it hadn't been for Sister Yan, Lin Shia wouldn't have been able to live the life of an innocent, gentle, and kind girl. Oh, no. I'm afraid she wouldn't even be alive. There will be more updates later. You guys can go to sleep now. End of this chapter. Chapter 772. Ling Yu looked as though her worldview had been shattered. What about you? As Sister Yan's boyfriend, you knew that Sister Yan had given up her future to earn money for Lin Shia's surgery. You didn't care about her or comfort her. Instead, you blamed her for being too greedy and greedy. You cheated on her behind her back and took care of her sister. Ling Yu was so angry that she burst into laughter. If anyone is to blame, Sister Yan is indeed to blame. She was blind to have fallen for a scumbag like you. You. Han Yishuan's face was dark and gloomy. Ling Yu smiled and patted Han Yishuan's shoulder. Oh yeah, young Master Han. Sister Yan has recovered from her blindness. In fact, she has recovered quite well. You can continue to be blind. TSK. How could he give up on Yeva, the goddess of many people's dreams? Instead, he chose Lin Xia. What an idiot. Han Yishuan was rendered speechless. His face darkened. Then, as if he had thought of something, a trace of suspicion flashed across his eyes. What did the girl mean by that last sentence? What did she mean by not being blind and recovering well? Could Lin Yan have a new boyfriend? That was impossible. After their breakup, Lin Yan had been in so much pain. She hadn't been able to forget him. How could she have fallen in love with another man in such a short time? Besides, his status was different from before. Han Yishuan's eyes gleamed with confidence at the thought of this. Outside the convention center, Lin Xia and her manager were swarmed by reporters the moment they stepped out. Miss Lin Xia, do you have anything to say about Angel's Shelter? Miss Lin Xia, do you admit to falsifying the donation records? Miss Lin Xia, you know that Lin Yan is the founder of Angel's Shelter. Why did you allow the netizens to attack Lin Yan? When the bodyguards arrived, they finally cleared a path for Lin Xia to get into the car. Her manager said, no comment. I will hold a press conference another day. Then, she shut the door. Lin Yan was removing her makeup in the makeup room. After scolding Han Yishuan, Ling Yu came back looking refreshed. Sister Yan, I watched your live stream. The comments said that you didn't sound like you were talking to your fans. Who were you talking to? Lin Yan almost spilled the makeup remover in her hand. She replied calmly, of course they were meant for my fans. Who else could it be for? Ling Yu quipped. They seemed like they were meant for their fans, but in fact, she only wanted to say it to one person. In the past, Xingchen always complained to me that you were too straight. I didn't expect you to be so smart. Lin Yan coughed softly and didn't deny it. She raised an eyebrow and replied, of course I should dote on my boyfriend. She had reflected on her actions earlier. She had realized that she as she could be. Although she hadn't willingly pursued Pei Yucheng, she had done a good deed. She couldn't just take responsibility for it. Ling Yu was inexplicably stuffed with a handful of dog food and could not help but choke. However, she really liked Lin Yan's straightforward character. Oh yeah. Sister Yan, I heard that Lin Shia tried to poach your men. Poach my people? Lin Yan glanced up. Chapter 773. Yeah, your manager and assistant, but they didn't agree to go. It wasn't easy for them to stay together under such circumstances. Both of them can be trusted, Ling Yu said. Lin Yan's gaze softened. Yeah, Sister Ling and Duo are really nice to me. Actually, she wasn't surprised that Lin Shia had poached her people. This was her usual method. Back then, Lin Shia had offered a high price. Given the circumstances, it was understandable that Sister Ling and Duo had left. She hadn't expected that they hadn't left. Duo's voice was heard. Sister Yan, are you done changing? Can I come in? Ling Yu waved at Lin Yan. Sister Yan, I'm leaving. Okay. Lin Yan turned to Duo. Come in. Duo pushed the door open and brushed past Ling Yu. She glanced suspiciously in the direction Ling Yu had left. Sister Yan, who was that? Lin Yan coughed softly. A friend of mine. She couldn't possibly tell Duo that she was the ex-boss of Summit Entertainment. Duo didn't think much of it. She was still immersed in the shock of the night. She gazed at Lin Yan with a complicated expression. Sister Yan. You're really the founder of Angel's Shelter and the president of Darling's Home. Why didn't you give me some time to prepare? You scared me to death. Lin Yan studied the girl's frightened expression. I gave you time to recover. Didn't I tell you? Duo was speechless. How could she have told her? Who would believe her? Duo muttered under her breath, your fans are wailing now. They are saying that they followed a fake idol. Duo could empathize with her fans. She also felt that she had followed a fake idol. Lin Yan chuckled softly. It seems like my fans need to train and strengthen their mental fortitude. Duo was stumped by Lin Yan's words. Train? Don't tell me you're going to do something scary again. Lin Yan coughed softly. That shouldn't be it. At the very least, it wouldn't be revealed. Someone knocked on the door cautiously. The organizer walked in with a staff member. It was the girl who had stopped Lin Yan at the security checkpoint. President Lin. The manager walked over to Lin Yan apologetically. President Lin, I'm really sorry. I'm here to apologize. This time, it's all our fault. We didn't find out the truth of the matter and hastily disqualified you from the selection of the charity ambassador. I've caused you so much trouble. As the person in charge said that, he hurriedly added, of course, I know that President Lin doesn't care about this kind of reputation at all. But it's a fact that we didn't manage it well. Lin Yan didn't make things difficult for them. You guys don't know either. The person in charge heaved a sigh of relief. He had been affected by the rumors and assumed that Lin Yan was a bad-tempered person. He hadn't expected her to be so understanding. Sure enough, rumors can't be trusted. Thank you so much for your understanding and support of our work, President Lin. The manager's face was filled with gratitude. Then, he shot a stern look at the girl behind him. Hurry up and apologize to President Lin. End of chapter. Chapter 774. The security officer hurried over. His forehead was covered in cold sweat. President Lin, I'm sorry. My attitude wasn't good just now. I spoke without thinking. Please be magnanimous and don't take it to heart. Lin Yan glanced at her. You don't have to apologize to me. Apologize to my assistant. The staff turned to Duo hastily. Miss, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Duo, who hadn't expected that Lin Yan would make the staff apologize to her, replied, forget it. It's just a minor injury. The staff apologized profusely before they left. After they left, Duo glanced at Lin Yan awkwardly. Thank you, Sister Yan. Lin Yan chuckled softly. Baby, don't be so mean. You become so obedient. I'm not used to it. Duo stomped her feet angrily. I wasn't mean at all. Lin Yan replied, yeah. You weren't mean, Duo muttered angrily. Oh yeah, Director Sun has been calling Sister Ling ever since the event ended. Sister Ling asked me to ask for your opinion. Lin Yan replied without hesitation, is there a need to ask? Duo nodded. Got it. I'll speak to Sister Ling. He isn't the only pet brand in the world. Sister Yan, based on your current reputation, we can definitely find better options. Let him continue to regret his actions. After the charity event ended, Lin Yan returned to Cloud Manor. The lights in the living room were on, and the TV was playing. The live stream had ended, and an entertainment news report was playing. It was about the shocking scandal that had taken place at the charity event that night. If this had happened to someone else, it might not have been so shocking. But when a greedy, venomous woman in the entertainment industry who was hated by everyone suddenly turned into an unknown, selfless person who dedicated her life to charity but hid her identity, did not seek fame or fortune, and had a noble character, the effect was indeed quite explosive. Besides, this was the first time Lin Shia, the national angel, had been involved in such a scandal. The public and fans were furious and felt cheated. Sister-in-law. You're back. Pei Yutong exclaimed excitedly when he saw Lin Yan. Oh my god. I just watched the live stream and I feel terrible. Do I have a fake father? The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched. What did he mean by a fake father? Pei Nanshu grinned. President Chu has been nagging me every day. I can finally relax. After Lin Yan's scandal, the company had been under a lot of pressure. Chu Jiayao had to deal with the entertainment industry, but he hadn't dared to lay a finger on his boss. He had been in a dilemma, so he had complained to Pei Nanshu. When the charity event had ended, Chu Jiayao had finally called to flatter Lin Yan, saying that she was beautiful and kind. He hadn't suspected her at all. Are you tired? Pei Yuqing asked as he rose and poured to pour. Lin Yan. Lin Yan took it from him and shook her head frantically. I'm not tired at all. Lin Yan, Lin, too. Lin. He took her bag and removed her coat. I'll wait for you to come back. After a tiring day, there was someone waiting for her, and there was even someone who made her a cup of hot tea. This feeling was really great. For some reason, it reminded her of the saying, wife and children are hot, yen. Chapter 775. Pei Yutong and Pei Nanshu glanced at each other and rubbed their noses. For some reason, they felt so useless. There was no space for them in this house anymore. Lin Yan was so touched that she couldn't care less about the people around her. She even forgot about her idol. She glanced at Pei Yuqing and said, you don't have to wait for me. You should rest early in the future. Your body will feel better. Pei Yuqing stroked the girl's head. You've been exhausted recently. I made you some soup. Have some. Lin Yan, who was still immersed in her emotions, froze when she heard him. It was as though a bolt of lightning had struck her head. Soup. You made soup. You cooked, Pei Yuqing replied. Yeah, I made some snacks. Dessert? Lin Yan turned her head and glanced at Pei Yutong and Pei Nanshu. Why don't you guys drink some too? Pei Yutong retreated a few meters as he shook his head vigorously. There's no need for that. Sister-in-law, this is the soup that Big Brother made for you. How can I have the right to drink it? I'm not worthy. After saying that, he ran faster than a rabbit. When he was about to enter the house, he slipped and almost fell. It was as if there was a fierce beast chasing after him. Lin Yan glanced at Pei Nanxiu. "Mr. Pei, do you want some?" "Have some. It's late. You must be hungry." Pei Nanxiu looked embarrassed. "I'm on a diet, so I won't eat." Pei Nanxiu turned around hastily and left without hesitation. Lin Yan was speechless. What was wrong with him? He was leaving her in the lurch again. If there was anything in this world that could shatter her fantasies about Pei Yucheng, it would be a bowl of soup. If a bowl of soup wasn't enough, she would make a plate of snacks. In a mansion in Beijing, the bedroom was in a mess. Everything on the dressing table had been thrown to the floor, and makeup was scattered all over the floor. The luxurious makeup mirror was also broken. He Shanshan, who was standing next to her, trembled in fear. Lin Shiya's cousin had always been gentle and gentle. This was the first time she had seen her so angry. However, it wasn't surprising. What had happened tonight had humiliated Lin Shiya and ruined Han Yishuan's proposal. "Sister Shiya, don't be angry. Don't let your anger affect your health. That B*TCH has gone overboard. She left Angel's shelter to lead a carefree life. You were the one who took over the organization. How could she have the cheek to snatch credit from you? She even pretended to be kind and righteous. How shameless." Lin Shiya sneered coldly. "He's the president of Darling's Home Charity Foundation." He Shanshan's face stiffened, and she hurriedly put on a disdainful expression. It must be a gimmick to clear her name. How could she be so kind? Lin Shiya had already calmed down a little. "It's just a rescue center. If the company didn't want to use it for publicity, does she think I would care about it?" He Shanshan chimed in, "That's right. The company insisted on using it for publicity. Sister Shiya, as an artist, all you can do is cooperate. It has nothing to do with you." Lin Shiya was satisfied with He Shanshan's response. She glanced at He Shanshan and said, "If a reporter asks you, do you know what to say?" Chapter 776. He Shanshan's eyes darted around as she replied, I know. I will tell you the truth." Lin Shiya slumped against the leather couch. She had been overwhelmed by anger earlier and had been blinded by Lin Yan. Now that she had calmed down, she realized that this matter wasn't that difficult to resolve. Lin Yan had been too naive to think that she could ruin her reputation through a rescue center. The netizens are very forgetful. They are all focused on this matter now, but what if something even more shocking is revealed? Lin Shiya muttered to herself. What would be even more shocking? He Shanshan probed curiously. Lin Shiya played a video on her phone and passed it to He Shanshan. He Shanshan glanced at it and realized that it was a screenshot of a live broadcast. In the video, Gu Xinhan had kicked away a puppy that had run toward her. There was another video of Lin Shiya and Gu Xinhan filming a music video. Gu Xinhan had been in the makeup room backstage. As soon as the director had left, she had thrown the kitten away and told her assistant that she hated cats and dogs. There was even a video of Gu Xinhan abusing a kitten. The scene was gruesome and bloody. He Shanshan covered her mouth in shock. Oh my god. Gu Xinhan. Didn't Gu Xinhan always say that she likes animals? I didn't expect her to be such a person. She was the charity ambassador last year. If this matter is exposed, the internet will definitely explode. Lin Shiya knew exactly why the netizens were angry. Gu Xinhan's video of her abusing a kitten was enough to divert the attention. With someone like Gu Xinhan standing in front of them, this matter was nothing. She had merely been forced by the company to use Angel's shelter to promote herself. Besides, she was the manager of Angel's shelter. Sister Shiya, this is great. As long as we have these videos, the reporters and netizens won't have time to care about you, He Shanshan exclaimed. Lin Shiya sent the videos to He Shanshan and instructed her, I will give you the contact details of a few Weibo celebrities. You can leak the videos to them anonymously. He Shanshan couldn't wait to curry favor with Lin Shiya. Thus, she agreed without hesitation. Sister Shuya, don't worry. Leave it to me. Lin Shuya sneered coldly at He Shanshan. Don't worry. I won't mistreat you after everything is done. She naturally couldn't dirty her hands with this kind of thing, so she left it to He Shanshan to do. This way, even if something were to happen in the future, she wouldn't be blamed. He Shanshan's face was filled with gratitude as she hastily tried to butter her up. Sister Shuya, you're a top student at the Film Academy and Chairman Lin dotes on you. That vulgar high school student isn't even fit to carry your shoes. How could she be compared to you? The netizens aren't blind. They were merely fooled by her. Lin Shuya's expression softened when she heard this. However, she seemed to have thought of something and her expression darkened again. If it hadn't been for Lin Yan, she would have become the young madam of the Han family. Had Han Yishuan rekindled his feelings for Lin Yan because of what had happened tonight? No, she would never allow it. It's all because of that bitch. She must let Brother Yishuan know that this woman was not worthy of him. Chapter 777. Lin Shuya replied casually, Big sister has always said that she's working overseas. However, she only has a high school education. How can she find a decent job overseas? Where did she get the money to donate to Angel's shelter? He Shanshan mulled it over and replied suspiciously, Yeah, where did she get the money from? Actually, my mom and I had already suspected her. I think she must have done something shady. Lin Shuya's surgery had cost a fortune. Besides, she had to pay for the expensive treatment, medication, and hospitalization fees. Lin Shuya had used the best of everything. Lin Yan was a young girl with no skills or education. How could she have made so much money? How could she have made so much money? Lin Shuya sighed and replied, My sister told me that a foreign racing team had taken a liking to her and wanted to recruit her. However, I have some understanding of the racing industry. It's a complicated and expensive industry. Most racers who can afford it are second-generation heirs with good family backgrounds. Racers with no money or background are basically sitting on the bench, unless they are extremely talented. They don't even have the chance to repair their cars. How could they earn money? He Shanshan muttered to herself, could Lin Yan be using racing as a cover? In fact, she is doing something else. Lin Shuya shook her head. I'm not sure either. Sister has never told me anything about her work. She was afraid that mom would worry, so she didn't dare tell her that she was racing. She even asked me to lie to her mother that she had received a recommendation from a prestigious university and was working for a top 500 company. In order to reassure mom, I had no choice but to lie. In order to reassure her mother, Lin Yan had told her that she was working for a company. However, that wasn't a lie. At the time, MIT had given her a letter of recommendation from a top research institute, but she hadn't gone. He Shanshan snorted coldly. Of course she wouldn't tell you. How could she have the guts to tell you the truth? Lin Yan is really good at making things up. Top 500 companies? She graduated from a prestigious university. Why didn't she say that she graduated from Harvard or MIT? What a joke. He Shanshan's face was filled with righteous indignation as she said, Don't worry, cousin sister. I'll seek justice for you. If people find out that she faked her education and did that kind of shameful job abroad, I want to see how she can continue pretending. Lin Shuya hesitated. Forget it. Although she doesn't care about our sisterhood, He Shanshan was furious. Cousin, look at the situation. She's already treating you like this. Why are you still thinking about kinship? Anyway, leave it to me. I'll definitely help you settle it. Lin Shuya concealed the glint in her eyes and tugged at Shanshan's hand. Shanshan, although Lin Yan is my biological sister, we are closer than real sisters. He Shanshan was delighted. Of course. Shuya, you're such a good person. You're noble and talented. Who wouldn't like you? Lin Yan used to flaunt her wealth in front of me and my mom every day. She bought us gifts as though she was giving us alms. In the end, she moved everything away and even stole my role. I've never seen someone as shameless as her. I don't have a cousin like her. Shuya, you're my only cousin. End of chapter. Chapter 778. Lin Shuya naturally knew why He Shanshan was fawning over her. She wouldn't expose her on account that she was still useful to her. However, Lin Shuya was worried that this brainless idiot would mess things up. Hence, she patiently reminded her, Shanshan, thank you for being so nice to me. However, Shanshan, you shouldn't expose this matter now. I just got into trouble. If you expose Lin Yan now, it will be too obvious. That's true. He Shanshan nodded. It's fine. I will expose it in a few days. Let her be smug for a while longer. He Shanshan seized the opportunity to express her loyalty. Sister Shuya, actually, I really want to learn from you and film with you, Lin Shuya chuckled softly. Shanshan, you're so eager to learn and you're so outstanding. Of course, I don't want you to be buried. Don't worry, I will be filming a new movie that is worth hundreds of millions. I have already recommended you to the director to be the second female lead. He Shanshan was elated. Oh my god. A second female lead that is worth hundreds of millions. Sister, thank you so much. Lin Shuya tugged at He Shanshan's hand. We are family. Don't stand on ceremony with me. The next day, Triumph Entertainment held a press conference. The head of the public relations department made an announcement. To all the fans and supporters of Shuya and Triumph Entertainment, I'm very sorry. I would like to apologize on behalf of the company. Previously, when we were promoting Miss Lin Shuya to the public, our staff wasn't careful with their wording. As a result, there was a misunderstanding. Miss Lin Shuya's manager had already been fired due to this serious dereliction of duty. As for the slander and false accusations against Miss Lin Shuya, we hope that you will stop immediately. Otherwise, we will pursue legal action. As soon as Triumph Entertainment's announcement was released, it became the hottest topic. Lin Shuya's fans immediately flooded the comments section. See, I knew it was the company's doing. How could Shuya be that kind of person? That's right. Shuya has never told anyone that she is the founder of Angel's Shelter. She has done many things for us. That's not all. Shuya has never said anything bad about Lin Yan. In fact, she has been putting in a good word for Lin Yan. Those people are saying that Shuya stole Lin Yan's work and that Shuya is deliberately defaming Lin Yan. What are they thinking? They are too much. I think Lin Yan's fans are delusional. Given Shuya's status and background, why would she be so calculative with a lowly actress like Lin Yan? Don't flatter yourself too much. In the past, Lin Shuya's fans would have dominated the comments section. However, Lin Shuya's image had been greatly affected by this incident. Therefore, even if the fans and the company arranged for the Water Army to control the comments, it was still a little difficult to control the situation. When Triumph Entertainment's announcement was released, the fans and the media were still able to control the situation. However, it was soon drowned by Lin Yan's fans and passers-by. I have seen shameless people, but I have never seen someone as shameless as this. She made her manager take the blame while she hid behind the scenes and pushed all the blame away. What a good plan. Chapter 779. Did she think that they were fools? She had told President Cheng that she was the founder of Angel's Shelter and claimed all the credit. She hadn't mentioned a single word about her sister. President Cheng had even asked her if she had donated the money, but she hadn't said a word. She wouldn't shed a tear until she saw the coffin. When President Cheng presented her with evidence, she had no choice but to quibble. She had claimed that she was the founder, but she hadn't said that Lin Yan wasn't the founder. What? Are you King kidding me with this kind of whitewashing method? Lin Yan is the founder. You've only helped manage it for a short period of time. Is it that difficult? Why are you trying to clear your name? She's clearly trying to take over other people's work. How can the benefits be the same as the founders? If the old president hadn't spoken up for Lin Yan would have been slandered to death. How dare she pretend to be a good sister? Lin Shia's fans are even funnier. Yes, yes, yes. Shia is the only one who is noble and pure. If she was really that selfless, would she have promoted Angel's Shelter so widely? What's the point of having a high education? If I remember correctly, she has been using Angel's Shelter to make a name for herself ever since she debuted. On the other hand, Lin Yan hasn't mentioned anything about Angel's Shelter at all. It's obvious who is better. Lin Yan had gained a lot of fans this time, and some passers-by had stepped forward to speak up for her. Triumph Entertainment's statement didn't manage to appease them. Instead, it made them even angrier. At this moment, a piece of gossip quickly dominated the headlines and trending topics. It was a video of Gu Xinhan kicking the puppy. The blogger who had posted the video was drowned in curses. Gu Xinhan's PR team reacted quickly. They released a statement saying that Gu Xinhan had kicked the puppy out of reflex because she had been frightened. Just as the popularity was about to die down, the second backstage video was released. Gu Xinhan's scandal was stirred up once again. This time, Gu Xinhan's reputation couldn't be washed clean. In the end, Gu Xinhan's company had no choice but to ask Gu Xinhan to apologize to the public. She had to say that she had been in a bad mood and that she would change in the future. When Gu Xinhan's company spent a lot of money, they managed to suppress the hype. The third video of Gu Xinhan's cat abuse was released. The entire internet exploded. Under Lin Shia's instructions, Yi Shanshan's videos were released at the perfect time. In just one short week, Gu Xinhan's scandal had become the hottest topic of the week, attracting the public's attention. Cloud Manor, Lin Yan sat on the couch as she scrolled through her phone. Over the past few days, Gu Xinhan's scandals had flooded the internet. Her reputation as the queen of scandals had been overshadowed. All of a sudden, someone had replaced her as the target of scorn online. Furthermore, no one was criticizing her anymore. Instead, everyone was praising her. Lin Yan couldn't get used to this. Lin Yu sneered coldly. Sister Yan, your sister is really ruthless. Not only did she use her manager as a shield, but she also dragged Gu Xinhan out to divert the fire. I heard that she used to be very close to Gu Xinhan. They even called each other sisters. End of this chapter. Chapter 780. If this had happened a few years ago, Lin Yan would have been shocked. However, she wasn't surprised at all now. That's expected. Lin Yu snorted coldly. Even if the public's attention has been diverted, it won't be easy for her to regain her former glory. I heard that her marriage with the Han family has been postponed. Triumph Entertainment had been trying their best to cut down on Lin Shia's activities and reduce her popularity. Because of the scandal, she had lost a lot of resources and endorsements. On the other hand, Lin Yan's double identity had been exposed. Coupled with her acting skills in meeting one's match, she had received a lot of resources. The quality of the films she had received was very high. Many of them were official dramas, and some of them were national projects. Chu Jiayao had also started to focus on grooming Lin Yan as his lady boss. The production crew of Legend had officially started filming the last part of the plot. All the content related to the racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yeva, was included. To Lin Yan, there was no need for her to adjust her state of mind. It shouldn't be a problem for her to act as herself. She had to admit that the production crew of Legend respected Yeva very much. Even though Lin Yan had been criticized again because of the charity event, the director and the others had no intention of replacing Lin Yan. Ling Yu, who had been browsing through some information, glanced at Lin Yan. Sister Yan, I've done some research on Legend. This role was tailor-made for you. After the charity event, you have a positive image. It's like adding wings to a tiger. A positive image, although she had heard many similar adjectives recently, Lin Yan still felt a little strange. Oh yeah. Lin Yu glanced at Lin Yan and asked, Sister Yan, do you need me to accompany you? Lin Yan shook her head. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Alright then. Sister Yan, call me if you need me. You have to be careful too. I heard that Wei Shufeng is in the production crew. Is he at odds with you? Ling Yu reminded Lin Yan. Wei Shufeng is in the production crew? Lin Yan was surprised. Who is he playing? Sister Yan, don't you know? The male lead is Wei Shufeng, and he is portraying your apprentice, Lang Mang. The casting of the male lead is still a secret, so it's no wonder that you didn't know, replied Ling Yu. Wei Shufeng is playing Lang Mang? Lin Yan was rather surprised. She hadn't expected that Wei Shufeng would be the one acting Lang Mang. However, it was understandable. Wei Shufeng was obsessed with racing, and he was also Yeva's fan. Given his acting skills, popularity, and background, it was highly possible that he would get the role. Ling Yu continued, by the way, Han Yishuan also has a role. Fortunately, you don't have any scenes together, so you won't meet. Lin Yan nodded. Alright, I will. Thank you, Xiaoya. I'm going out now. With a know-it-all like Ling Yu, it was indeed much more convenient for her to do things. She could obtain a lot of insider information and make preparations in advance. Before long, Lin Yan drove her old car out of the house. Although Lin Yan's income was much higher than before, she hadn't gotten a new car. She had merely modified the engine and wheels. Half an hour later, Lin Yan arrived at the rendezvous point. Lin Yan texted Zhao Hongling. Zhao Hongling was caught in a traffic jam, so she would be late. Chapter 781. Lin Yan parked her car by the side. She had nothing to do, so she fiddled with it for some time. She wanted to play some music to pass the time, but she realized that she didn't have a disc. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched as she glanced at her old car. What era was this? Why did she still need a CD? Soon, Lin Yan realized that her old car didn't seem to have anything to do with the current era. It would be good enough if it could play music. Since she couldn't listen to music, she whipped out her phone to play a game. She logged into the game and realized that Wang Jingyang was online. He was queuing up. Get rich, Lin said, son of AB****, come out quickly. I'll bring you up. Notification, riches and honor is offline. Lin Yan was speechless. What was he trying to do? Did he log off? Was there a need to do that? Last time, she had finally managed to add Wang Jingyang back into the team, but he was still avoiding her like a mouse seeing a cat. Out of the corner of her eye, Lin Yan noticed a strange ID on her friend list. Storm Master Pei. Who is this? Lin Yan was speechless. Soon, she scrolled through her list of friends to find his ID. As expected, the brat's ID had disappeared. Blast Master Pei was currently online. Get rich, Lin asked, you are, Storm Elder Pei? No. You've got the wrong person. I'm not. Get rich, Lin exclaimed, damn, Pei Yutong. Storm Elder Pei, aw, I'm not. Are you sure? Storm Elder Pei, emoji, facepalm, I've already changed my name, but you can still recognize me. Is this the will of the heavens? The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched. What kind of a name change was this? He was calling himself Storm and Young Master Pei. Was he afraid that people wouldn't know that he was Storm's Pei Yutong? Get rich, Lin replied, why did you change your name? Who are you afraid of? Storm Elder Pei, Get rich, Lin, what's so troublesome about that? Can't you just delete them from your friend list? Storm Elder Pei, that's right. Get rich, Lin said, come out, I'll take you to the top. Message sent failed. You are not friends with Storm Master Pei. Lin Yan was speechless. F***ck. So, this brat changed his name to protect himself from her? Lin Yan's face darkened as Wang Jingyang went offline. Pei Yutong had changed his name and deleted her. All this plastic waste. Looking down on a king player? She sent a friend request to Storm Master Pei again. Notification: Storm Master Pei has rejected your friend request. Your friend request has failed. Lin Yan was speechless. Before Lin Yan could continue, someone knocked on her window. Instinctively, Lin Yan assumed that it was Zhao Hongling. When she turned around, she was startled. A giant macaw landed on her rearview mirror, stretching its neck and knocking on the window with its beak. Pay me back. Pay me back. Pay me back. Lin Yan was still puzzled when the macaw spoke. Lin Yan was speechless. Was she being chased by a parrot in broad daylight? She didn't owe anyone money. Not to mention that it was a bird, in the rear, about 30 meters away from the classic car. The man was handsome, and his expression was frivolous and aloof. He was dressed casually in a suit. The man was fiddling with a detector in his hand, which emitted a soft sound. His eyes trailed to the car ahead. Chapter 782. The man glanced at the detector in his hand and chuckled. It looks ordinary. But why do I hate it? Lin Yan was about to open the car door to see what was wrong with the macaw. However, before she could do so, the macaw flapped its wings and perched on the man's shoulder. Lin Yan glanced at the gentle-looking man in the car. She couldn't help but be taken aback. Was this macaw his? Why would he bring it out for a walk? The man's eyes roamed over Lin Yan as he sized her up. Lin Yan frowned, as the man didn't seem friendly at all. The corners of the man's mouth curled into a strange smile as he knocked on the window. Lin Yan rolled down the window without hesitation. Hi. The man eyed Lin Yan and chuckled softly. What's the matter? Asked Lin Yan. My friend offended you earlier. Please don't take it to heart. The man grinned. Friend? Lin Yan's eyes trailed to the macaw on Lin Yan's shoulder. This man's so-called friend was this macaw? Pay me back. Pay me back. Pay me back. I'll break your legs if you don't pay me back. The macaw glared at Lin Yan and yelled. Is that what you usually teach it? The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched. The man's lips curled into a smile. There's something more interesting. Do you want to hear it? No, thank you. Lin Yan, who couldn't be bothered with him, wound down the window. The man placed his fingers gently on the window, and Lin Yan couldn't close it anymore. What's the matter? Lin Yan asked expressionlessly. A little. The man stared at Lin Yan as the smile on his face vanished. Instead, it was replaced by a chilling coldness. You look like a person. You must have the wrong person, Lin Yan replied softly. Could this man be one of her haters? Most of her haters had abandoned the dark side and joined the light side. If he was an extreme hater, she would have no choice but to flee. Lin Yan had already experienced the craziness of her haters. She couldn't beat them. Indeed. The man's smile returned. Your level is low, but there's an aura about you that makes me hate you. Lin Yan frowned deeply at the man's words. This man's words and actions were very strange, and he didn't seem like an ordinary person. Lin Yan frowned. Who are you looking for? Does he owe you money? Based on what he said, he was looking for someone who owed him money, and that person looked a little like her. The man, yes, you owe me 10 billion. Lin Yan coughed and coughed. How much did you say? 10 billion? Of course. The man's eyes met Lin Yan's as he quipped, it's a pity that you're still too weak. You are not her. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm not. If you're looking for a creditor, I'm sorry, but I'm not. I've never earned so much money in my life. Thank you. Lin Yan straightened her back and looked solemn. It's nothing. I mistook you for someone else. Goodbye. The man took half a step back and bade Lin Yan farewell gracefully. By the time she snapped back to her senses, the man and the macaw had vanished without a trace. Lin Yan was dumbfounded. Had she met a lunatic? Chapter 783. At this moment, in a certain suburb of the imperial capital, the man casually sat cross-legged on the ground, and the macaw on his shoulder did not move. It was unknown what the man had done, but a large number of birds had gathered around him. Help me find the Hunters Guild. The man chuckled. As soon as the man's voice fell, the large number of birds that had been circling the area instantly disappeared. Half an hour later, the man stood up again. He looked at the macaw on his left shoulder and sneered. Why does that girl have an aura that I detest? Pay me back. Pay me back. Pay me back. Bastard. Pay me back. The macaw seemed to be responding. Heh. She's not. This kind of detector shouldn't be able to detect that person's level. Of course, it doesn't matter if she's really missing or dead. If she's alive, I want to see her. If she's dead, I want to see her corpse. Let's get the Hunters Guild to help us find her. How about that? The man said with a smile. Pay me back. Bastard. Pay me back. Bastard. The corner of the man's mouth raised slightly. That girl is just a low-grade product from the laboratory. She can't be that person. With that, the man's gaze fell into the distance, and his eyes seemed to be filled with coldness. I will definitely find you. I really have to thank you for turning me into this. Heh. Lin Yan had just finished her game when Zhao Hongling walked over. Lin Yan opened the door and got out. Sister Yan, we've been stuck here for a long time. Duo, who was standing next to Zhao Hongling, spoke up. Don't worry. We have plenty of time. Lin Yan grinned. Let's go to the crew first, Zhao Hongling said. Lin Yan nodded and glanced at Zhao Hongling. Sister Ling, why don't you drive? I'll play another game. I'm about to advance. Zhao Hongling's face darkened when she heard Lin Yan. Lin Yan noticed that something was amiss with Zhao Hongling. What's wrong? Do you think I can drive? Zhao Hongling glanced at Lin Yan. Why not? Lin Yan was puzzled. Where's my driver's license? Zhao Hongling asked. Zhao Hongling's question stumped Lin Yan. How would she know where Zhao Hongling's license was? Sister Ling, where's your driver's license? Asked Lin Yan instinctively. Wasn't it because of you that it was revoked last time? Zhao Hongling said expressionlessly. Lin Yan was speechless. As she listened to Zhao Hongling, Lin Yan suddenly recalled that she had driven Zhao Hongling's new car. She had run countless red lights and caused Zhao Hongling's driving license to be revoked. Duo glanced at Lin Yan helplessly. She had really touched her sore spot. Lin Yan looked rather awkward as she opened the door and grinned. Sister Ling, get in. I'll be your driver. When they arrived at the set, it was already noon. Lin Yan, Zhao Hongling, and Duo had lunch outside before heading to the set. The filming location was very close to the crew, so they weren't in a rush. In the makeup room of the crew. This time, Zhao Hongling brought the makeup artist herself. She didn't use the makeup artist from the production team. After all, they had enough money now. After her makeup was done, Zhao Hongling studied the script and the list of actors. Wei Shufeng is acting as Lang Mang. Han Yishuan is acting as Po's captain. Zhao Hongling mumbled to herself. Sister, I remember that Lang Mang is from Japan. Is it suitable for Wei Shufeng to play the role? Duo asked curiously. Chapter 784. Zhao Hongling quipped, they are both Asians, so there shouldn't be a problem. Besides, Wei Shufeng's image is good enough to play Lang Mang. I think he is very suitable. Of course, we aren't a production crew. Yeva has several apprentices. Lang Mang isn't the only one. There are apprentices from all over the world. However, Lin Yan's scenes are considered to be at the end of the movie. Her scenes have already been filmed, so she won't have any scenes with the other actors. She just needs to act out the ending, Zhao Hongling replied. Sister, can I take a look at the script? Asked Duo Duo. Zhao Hongling passed the script to Duo Duo. Lin Yan, have you memorized the script? Zhao Hongling glanced at Lin Yan. Almost, replied Lin Yan. That's good. Zhao Hongling nodded. Actually, Lin Yan had only skimmed through the script and memorized it. She would be acting as herself, so no matter how good the script was, it wouldn't be as good as Yeva herself. Miss Lin Yan. The director knocked on the door and entered the makeup room. Hello, Director Gao Fushuai. Lin Yan had changed into a silver uniform with Yeva's name on the back and WZ's logo and name on the front. Miss Lin Yan, you look so good in this uniform. The director stared at Lin Yan and sighed. Lin Yan grinned and nodded at the director. Oh my God, Miss Lin Yan. The director's smile froze as he scrutinized Lin Yan's uniform. That's impossible. The more he scrutinized her, the more shocked the director became. Wasn't Yeva's uniform Lin Yan was wearing? The name Yeva on the back was Yeva's signature, which was printed on the shirt. On the front of the shirt, there was an eye-catching 18. What's more, there were even logos of major sponsors densely packed on the team uniform. The logos of international luxury brands weren't qualified to be printed on this uniform. Is this Yeva's team uniform? The director glanced at Lin Yan in astonishment. The director replied in disbelief, that's impossible. We went to WZ previously, but they didn't even show up. They ignored us and ignored us. We were willing to spend a lot of money to make it look real, but to no avail. We didn't even get to see a single WZ member. Miss Lin Yan, is this an imitation? Lin Yan fell silent for a moment before she chuckled. Yes, director. It's an imitation. Lin Yan was crying inwardly. That's F***king real. Should he buy it? She was selling. Miss Lin Yan, you're amazing. This uniform is so authentic. The director gave Lin Yan a thumbs up. Lin Yan was speechless. Actually, when Lin Yan had left the WZ team, she had taken her uniform with her as a memento. Lin Yan had never imagined that she would have to wear this dress again one day. As she stared at herself in the mirror, Lin Yan recalled every moment of her competition. She recalled every moment of her victory. All right, Miss Lin Yan. We'll head to the set in a minute. Please get ready. The director turned and left. Before Lin Yan could sit down, Wei Shufeng, who was dressed in his uniform, appeared in front of the door. Chapter 785. Besides Wei Shufeng, Qi Xiaoyuan was there too. Duo Duo and I will go out and take a look. Zhao Hongling left with Duo Duo. After they left, Wei Shufeng and Qi Xiaoyuan entered the room. Wei Shufeng's eyes widened in disbelief when he saw Lin Yan's uniform. Lin Yan. Your uniform. Wei Shufeng's eyes never left Lin Yan's uniform. Wei Shufeng was very familiar with this set of clothes. He had once seen Boss wear this set of clothes up close. However, why would Lin Yan be wearing Boss's exclusive uniform? Wei Shufeng had bought some replicas before, but they couldn't be compared to the one in front of him. It's a replica. Lin Yan glanced at Wei Shufeng before she replied. Qi Xiaoyuan, who was in disbelief, exclaimed, Miss Lin. It's a replica? Are you sure? To Qi Xiaoyuan, Lin Yan's uniform was 100% authentic. Where did you buy it? Wei Shufeng asked Lin Yan. Lin Yan was speechless. how was she supposed to reply? I can't remember. I bought it online. Lin Yan pondered for a moment before she came up with an excuse. Lin Yan, can you give it to me? Wei Shufeng asked. No, of course not. Unless Director Gao was right, she would have to pay a huge sum of money. Dream on. Qi Xiaoyuan blurted out. Although Lin Yan had said that the uniform was fake, Qi Xiaoyuan knew that he would offer his head to her if it was fake. Wei Shufeng glanced at Qi Xiaoyuan in confusion. Qi Xiaoyuan chuckled awkwardly. I mean, I like this uniform too. Why don't you give it to me? I use it for filming, Lin Yan replied helplessly. Lin Yan didn't give them a chance to speak. She hastily changed the topic and asked Qi Xiaoyuan, why are you here? Qi Xiaoyuan was startled for a moment before he chuckled. I'm here to visit Wei Shufeng. I'm also here to be Wei Shufeng's assistant. I just want to watch the filming. What a joke. Boss was acting as himself. How could he not pester Wei Shufeng to sneak in? Lin Yan, have you memorized the script? Do you want to practice with me? Wei Shufeng asked Lin Yan. This was the first time Wei Shufeng had met Lin Yan since the competition in the country. His subconscious disgust for Lin Yan had mostly disappeared. In the past, Wei Shufeng had assumed that Lin Yan had purposely raced to get close to him. However, ever since the competition in the country, he had realized that he had been wrong. Right from the beginning, Lin Yan had been a capable racer. She hadn't touched the car just to get close to him. Back then, Wei Shufeng had thought that Lin Yan's performance at the competition had been a dream. Lin Yan had led the he to by beating. She had, Shufeng, Lin Xiao Yi, and Lin Shufeng, Shi, and Xiao. Lin Shufeng, Yu, Yi, Wu, Yu, Wang and, she had, Lin had, Xiao Yi, Bu Xiao, he, Wei, Shuahua, Xiao, he, Yan was, Yu, Feng, he. He Yan, Yang, he, Yan, he, Yu, Yan, Yang, Ayun, Qi, he, Yan, Hu, he, Zhen. Chapter 786. Hence, Wei Shufeng felt a little uneasy when he saw Lin Yan again. He had never imagined that his impression of Lin Yan had been a result of his own wishful thinking. Wei Shufeng had to admit that Lin Yan was indeed qualified to play Yeva. At the very least, Yeva was more suitable for the role than Lin Shuya. Rehearsal? Lin Yan glanced at Wei Shufeng and pondered for a moment before she shook her head. I don't think it's necessary. Besides, it's not appropriate to do it here. I already know the script. Wei Shufeng nodded and replied, that's good. I look forward to your performance. Wei Shufeng led the reluctant Qi Xiaoyuan out of the room. Lin Yan and the rest of them followed the production crew to the set. Today, they would be filming a scene between Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng. The plot was simple. Lang Mang had met an extremely strong opponent in his career. Han Yishuan had played the role of the captain of the PO team. He had lost to the captain of the PO team twice in a row. In the final competition, he had finally defeated his opponent. Wei Shufeng and Han Yishuan's scenes had been filmed a few days ago. Today was the last scene, and it was also the only one in which Yeva would appear. Almost all of their emotions were focused on this scene. Even Wei Shufeng was very cautious. The filming location was located in the suburbs, and it was a rally competition. When Lin Yan reached the set, she saw the silver car parked on the hill ahead. Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng were taken aback when they saw the silver car. Director, that car is. Lin Yan strode over to the director and asked. That's your car. The director grinned at Lin Yan. Can I go take a look? Asked Lin Yan. Of course. The director nodded. With the director's permission, Lin Yan walked up the hill alone. Lin Yan's heart raced as she scrutinized the silver car. She couldn't be wrong. This was the first car she had ever used in the KZ team. Lin Yan couldn't even remember how many days and nights she had spent with this car. She couldn't remember how many times they had raced or how many opponents they had defeated. This was her favorite racing car. She had many memories on this racing car. Lin Yan opened the door and entered the driver's seat. Everything in the car was still so familiar, as if nothing had changed. Lin Yan placed her left hand on the steering wheel while her right hand gripped the gears. At this moment, she felt as if she had returned to the arena of the tournament of the Pinnacle all those years ago. That was the first time she had lost, and it was also the most memorable and unforgettable defeat. It was a battle that had completely dragged her down from her throne. It was a battle that had been so close to crushing her bones and scattering her ashes. Because of the competition, this car had been unable to continue competing with Lin Yan. Scenes of the past flashed through his mind. Lin Yan had never imagined that she would be able to see her racing car again in this place. Moreover, from the looks of it, it seemed to be in good condition. Although the car could not continue its career, it seemed to have been repaired quite well. At the very least, it could reach a normal level. This is indeed boss's warhorse. Wei Shufeng and the director had walked over as well. Wei Shufeng stared at the car in shock. Out of the corner of his eye, Wei Shufeng caught sight of Lin Yan in her silver uniform. He couldn't help but feel a little dazed. Chapter 787. If she were to put on the helmet, she would look even more like her. It seemed like the production team had chosen the right person this time. Lin Yan opened the door and got out of the car. Director, this is Yeva's car, right? Lin Yan glanced at the director. The director grinned. Of course. How could it be fake? Director, where did you get this car? Wei Shufeng was curious. Thanks to Master Lang Mang's help. This car was almost scrapped, so we asked Master Lang Mang to find it and repair it. This is Madame Yeva's first car in KZ, and we spent a lot of effort to repair it. We have to show our sincerity to the audience, don't you think so? The director chuckled, but his heart was dripping blood. They had spent way too much to get this car. Even Lin Yan hadn't expected that the production crew would be able to repair her retired car and ship it to the country. Even Lin Yan could sense the sincerity of the production team. Director, can I have this car after filming? Wei Shufeng asked the director hastily. The director glanced at Wei Shufeng. You want it? Wei Shufeng shook his head frantically. No. I mean, I want to buy it. Just name your price. If it's possible, please sell it to me. Lin Yan glanced at the director. Wei Shufeng turned to Lin Yan with a frown. Was she trying to snatch it from him? Lin Yan, what do you mean? Wei Shufeng was unhappy with Lin Yan's attempt to snatch it away. Lin Yan replied calmly, I like this car. I will buy it no matter how much it costs. You. Wei Shufeng was speechless. In that case, let's compete, Wei Shufeng replied stoically. Qi Xiaoyuan had wanted to join the bidding as well. However, when he heard that boss wanted to buy it, he gave up on the idea. He could fight with anyone, but he couldn't fight with his boss for this car. That was something only an idiot would do. Qi Xiaoyuan glanced at Wei Shufeng, who was beside him. Wei Shufeng was a complete idiot. If he knew that he wanted to compete with boss for boss's car, do you want to bid? Wei Shufeng seemed to recall something as he turned to face Qi Xiaoyuan. Upon hearing this, Qi Xiaoyuan hurriedly waved his hands. No, I don't want it. I definitely don't want it. You don't want it? Wei Shufeng was in disbelief. This fellow would spend a lot of money to compete for anything that was related to boss. He had even spent a lot of money to buy an autograph. This was boss's first car. How could Qi Xiaoyuan not want it? If Qi Xiaoyuan hadn't said it himself, he wouldn't have believed it. Did I hear you wrongly? Are you saying that you don't want it? Wei Shufeng asked Qi Xiaoyuan. Yes. You heard me right. I don't want it. Don't worry, I definitely won't fight for it, Qi Xiaoyuan said anxiously. Qi Xiaoyuan's heart was bleeding. It wasn't that he didn't want it, but he didn't dare to. Boss had already said that she had to get her hands on this racing car no matter what. If he were to fight for it, wouldn't he be a fool? Therefore, even if he had to cut his heart and dig out his flesh, or be struck by lightning, he couldn't accept it this time. Whoever wanted it was a dog. You really don't want it? Will you regret it? Wei Shufeng was still uncertain. Chapter 788. Based on Wei Shufeng's understanding of Qi Xiaoyuan, he wouldn't want this car unless the sun rose from the west. I don't want it. Aren't you annoying? I want to be a dog. Qi Xiaoyuan frowned impatiently. Sure. It's great that you don't want it. Don't regret it. Wei Shufeng grinned. Wei Shufeng's eyes trailed to Lin Yan. He would fight for this car at all costs. He couldn't allow boss's car to fall into the hands of anyone else. It had to be his. Both of you. Suddenly, the director coughed softly. I didn't say that I could sell it to you. Director, are you not willing to sell it? It will be troublesome to ship it back after filming. Besides. Lin Yan blurted out anxiously. She really hoped that she could keep the car. However, if the director wasn't willing to sell it, there was nothing she could do. Before Lin Yan could finish her sentence, the director interjected, Of course I'll sell it. Why would I want it? I was just saying. It would be great if someone could take over the car and save the production team some money. He just wanted to make a profit. Lin Yan was speechless. Was there something wrong with the director's head? Director, name a price. I have to have this car, Lin Yan said resolutely. All right, I won't take your money. I'll just use your manpower, resources, and financial resources to recoup my losses. The director nodded and said a number. Wei Shufeng's eyes trailed to Lin Yan after the director announced the price. No matter how much Lin Yan offered, he had to outbid her. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth curled up when she heard the price. She walked over to Wei Shufeng and extended her hand. Wei Shufeng, who was puzzled, instinctively reached out to shake her hand. Wei Shufeng, congratulations. It's yours. Lin Yan grinned at him. Huh? Wei Shufeng was taken aback. What did she mean? This car is mine? Wei Shufeng was puzzled. Yeah. Lin Yan nodded eagerly. It's yours. Please treat it well. You don't want it anymore? Wei Shufeng gasped. I'm not worthy. Lin Yan replied solemnly. Wei Shufeng looked perplexed, as he had no idea what was going on. Qi Xiaoyuan's mind went blank. Had he heard wrongly? Boss didn't want that car anymore? What kind of joke was that? That was Boss's first car in the WZ team. He had used that silver car to conquer countless tracks. To Qi Xiaoyuan, the value of this racing car wasn't just limited to its monetary value. It was also filled with endless glory. Lin Yan glanced at the silver car with a helpless expression on her face. Lin Yan had known that the car wouldn't be cheap, but she hadn't expected that the director would demand an exorbitant price. Even if her current income was okay, she still couldn't afford it. Even if she could afford it, she couldn't bear to take it out. Hence, it was better to let Wei Shufeng have the car. Lin Yan, what's the meaning of this? Wei Shufeng snapped back to his senses as he stared at Lin Yan. Lin Yan shrugged and grinned at him. As the saying goes, a gentleman doesn't snatch what others like. Since you like it so much, I won't fight for it. Lin Yan shrugged and grinned at Wei Shufeng. As the saying goes, a gentleman doesn't snatch what others like. Since you like it so much, I won't fight for it. Wei Shufeng frowned. He didn't believe that Lin Yan would be so kind. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth curled into a smile. Wei Shufeng was speechless. Qi Xiaoyuan was speechless. You're tuning into the Romantic Tales YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.